The gauge is reading 847 psi when it should be 732. I'm staring at it in Station 7's monitoring room. That's the Brainerd hub, 17 miles north of Little Falls on County Road 12. And the numbers don't make sense. 23 years working Minnesota natural gas infrastructure. I know what steady pressure looks like. This ain't it. My daughter Lily texted me an hour ago. Dad, when are you home? Supposed to watch Frozen tonight, remember? She's 8. 3rd grade at Riverside Elementary, Mrs. Olson's class. I promised her Friday movie night because her mom, my ex-wife Jennifer, has her nursing shift at St. Gabriel's Hospital until midnight. Lily's at Jennifer's sister's place right now. Beth's house on Maple Street, the yellow one with the enclosed porch, 3 blocks from the elementary school. Hey Rick, you seeing this? That's Tommy Vance. He's 26, been on pipeline maintenance for 4 years. Still thinks every pressure spike means equipment malfunction instead of what it usually means, temperature differential screwing with our readings. Kid's good with the digital monitoring systems, but doesn't trust his gut yet. I'm seeing it. The pressure's climbing. 851 now. What's the temperature differential between here and Station 6? Tommy's clicking through screens. We upgraded to this fancy Honeywell system last year. Cost the company 200 grand. And half the time I still prefer the old analog gauges because at least those I understood just by looking. Station 6 is reading. Okay, that's weird. They're showing 38 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than us. That's wrong. That's real wrong. Station 6 is 12 miles southeast. Same weather system. The cold front that came through Wednesday night dropped us to -14, and the National Weather Service out of Duluth. I had it on AM 740 during the drive-in. Said we're looking at -20 by midnight. Pull up the maintenance log. When's the last time we had crews on Segment J7? Segment J, 7 runs between Station 6 and Station 7. 42-inch diameter pipe, installed in 1998, carries methane from the Bakken fields in North Dakota down through Minnesota. 12,000 cubic feet per minute during peak demand. Right now we're in heating season, so demand's high. Everyone's furnace is running. Tommy's scrolling. Last inspection was October 19th. Visual only, no pressure test. Signed off by. The building shakes. Not like an earthquake. Like someone kicked the foundation with a steel-toed boot the size of a Chevy Silverado. My coffee. That's Folgers in the red can, not the fancy stuff Tommy brings from that place in St. Cloud. Sloshes out of my Fleet Farm mug and onto the console. The lights flicker. The Honeywell system beeps 3 times, which means pressure alert, which means something just went from problem to get your ass moving. What the hell was that? Tommy's on his feet. The kid's scared. I can hear it. I've heard that tone before, 2 years ago when we had a compressor failure that nearly killed Eddie Ortega. Eddie lost 3 fingers on his left hand. Still works dispatch out of the Duluth office. I'm already pulling my coat on. Carhartt jacket, insulated. Still has the grease stain from when I changed Jennifer's oil last month, even though we've been divorced since Lily was 4. That was the pipeline. Segment J, 7 just blew. How do you? Because I've been doing this since before you were born, and I know what 847 climbing to 851 in 4 minutes means when there's a 38-degree temperature differential that shouldn't exist. I'm grabbing my hard hat. That's the yellow MSA V-Guard with the Minnesota Natural Gas logo, and my toolkit. Call Station 6. Tell them to shut down flow on their end. Then call Regional in St. Paul and tell them we have a rupture. The console's going crazy now. Alarms I haven't heard since the training simulator in '09. Pressure dropping fast at Station 7. That means the gas is going somewhere. Somewhere that ain't the pipeline. Tommy's on the phone. His hands shaking. Station 6 isn't answering. Station 6 is a 2-man operation. Earl Peterson and his nephew Blake. Earl's 62, been with the company since '87. Blake just graduated from Bemidji State last May with some kind of engineering degree. Environmental engineering, I think. Kid was supposed to be temporary, but he stayed on. Keep trying. I'm heading for the door. I'm gonna check the perimeter sensors. Rick, shouldn't we wait for? Wait for what? Regional's 2 hours away on a good day. That cold front's bringing freezing fog and black ice. We got maybe 90 minutes before every volunteer fire department from here to St. Cloud is dealing with vehicle accidents because nobody in Minnesota knows how to drive when the roads freeze. I'm outside now. The air hits like a fist. -14 feels colder when you've been inside for 6 hours. The compound lights, those sodium vapor ones that make everything look orange, they're showing me what I already knew I'd see. The western perimeter, towards segment J7, there's a glow on the horizon. Not like sunset. We're past sunset. This is orange-red, flickering, the kind of glow that means something big is burning. Methane burns clean usually. Barely visible flame in daylight. But when you got 12,000 cubic feet per minute suddenly venting into negative 14-degree air, hitting ignition from static or metal friction, or just bad goddamn luck, you get something different. You get what I'm seeing now. My phone's buzzing. Jennifer. I answer it. Jen, I can't. Rick, something's wrong with Beth. Her voice is high. Scared. Jennifer doesn't scare easy. She's a trauma nurse. She's seen things that would make most people quit and drive Uber. She called me from the ER. She's having trouble breathing. They're saying something about crystallized particles in her lungs. Beth's house. Yellow one on Maple Street. 3 blocks from the elementary school. Lily's there. Lily's there right now. Where's Lily? Still at Beth's house. Rick, Beth said she tried to call an ambulance, but they're all responding to something out by County Road 12. They said, Jennifer's voice cracks. She never cracks. They said there's been some kind of industrial accident and people are having respiratory emergencies all over town. County Road 12. That's where Station 7 is. That's where I'm standing right now. I'm coming to get Lily. Don't let her outside. Don't open any windows. You hear me? I'm running for my truck. That's a 2015 Ford F-250 diesel extended cab. Needs new shocks but runs fine. Keys are in my coat pocket. Do not let her go outside. Rick, what's happening? The glow on the western horizon is spreading. I can see it now. Not just fire. Something else. The air looks wrong. Like there's glitter in it. Like someone took those craft supplies Lily uses for school projects. The fine glitter that gets everywhere and Jennifer hates cleaning up, and threw handfuls into the wind. But it's not glitter. It's ice crystals. Methane freezing in the air because it's negative 14 and dropping. Methane that should be going through 42 inches of pipe underground where it belongs. Not crystallizing in the air. Not drifting toward Little Falls where 8,000 people live. Where my daughter is. There's been a pipeline rupture. Gas is venting. I don't know what I think. 23 years in this job, I've never seen anything like this. Just keep Lily inside. I'm 10 minutes out. I'm in the truck. Engine turns over. The radio comes on. That's the AM station, still on 740, still the weather service. Except it's not weather anymore. Emergency alert issued for Morrison County. Reports of respiratory distress in Little Falls, Brainerd, and Pierce. Residents advised to remain indoors with windows closed. Emergency services overwhelmed. If you are experiencing difficulty breathing, do not attempt to drive to hospital. Repeat, do not drive. Unknown industrial contamination affecting. The radio cuts to static. Then a different voice. Sheriff's Department frequency. I shouldn't be getting that on AM, but the whole system's probably overloaded. Multiple reports of cardiac arrest victims reanimating. I repeat, cardiac arrest victims are reanimating. This is not a drill. Officers responding to Mercy Hospital report. Static again. Reanimating. I'm doing 70 on County Road 12. Should be doing 45, but Lily's in Little Falls and something's wrong. Something's real wrong. The crystal glitter in the air is thicker now. Catching in my headlights. Landing on my windshield. Not melting. Just sitting there. Sparkling. Pretty almost. My phone rings again. Not Jennifer. Station 6. Earl Peterson. I answer. Earl, what's your status? Breathing. Heavy breathing. Then Earl's voice, but wrong. Wet. Like he's talking through liquid. Rick, don't come here. Blake, we were outside checking the compound when the pressure dropped and we breathed it in and Blake started seizing and I tried to help him but... A sound in the background. Not Earl. Something else. A popping sound. Like bubble wrap, but deeper. Resonant. The way a bass drum sounds in your chest. Earl screams. Then the line goes dead. I'm doing 80 now. Lily's at Beth's house. 3 blocks from Riverside Elementary. Yellow house on Maple Street. The glitter is everywhere. Friday movie night. We were supposed to watch Frozen. Lily made me promise. The horizon isn't just glowing anymore. There's smoke now. Black smoke that shouldn't exist if it's just methane burning. Methane burns clean. This is something else. I passed the Little Falls city limit sign. Population 8,343. That number's probably wrong now. My truck's headlights catch something in the road ahead. A person, standing in the middle of County Road 12. Just standing there. I hit the brakes. The truck slides on black ice. I'm going to hit them. I'm going to. The truck stops 3 feet from the person. It's a woman, maybe 40. She's wearing pajamas. Pink ones with some kind of pattern. Her skin looks wrong. Gray. Frost in her hair, even though she's been outside maybe 2 minutes based on how fresh the ice crystals are. She turns to look at me. Her eyes are open, but they're not seeing me. They're not seeing anything. She opens her mouth. The popping sound. That bubble wrap bass drum sound. Coming from inside her chest. She takes a step toward my truck. Then another pop. Louder this time. Her chest cavity expands. The pajamas split. Steam coming out. Not steam. Gas. Methane gas with ice crystals in it, catching in my headlights like Jennifer's craft glitter. The woman keeps walking toward me. She doesn't seem to notice that her chest just burst open. Doesn't seem to care. 3 blocks to Maple Street. 3 blocks to Lily. I throw the truck in reverse, spin the wheel, go around the woman. She turns to follow my movement. Slow. Mechanical. Wrong. The radio's still static, but I can hear voices cutting through. Sheriff's Department. Fire Department. Ambulance dispatch. Mercy Hospital is being evacuated. Officer down on 4th Street, requesting. They're not dead. I'm telling you they're not dead. I shot one in the chest and it kept. I turn onto Maple Street. Beth's house. Yellow one with the enclosed porch. All the lights are on. The front door is open. No. No, no, no. I'm out of the truck before it's fully stopped. Engine still running. Headlights pointed at Beth's house, at that open front door. The yellow paint looks orange under the sodium vapor streetlight on the corner. The enclosed porch. Beth just had it rescreened last summer. Cost her $1,200. The screen door is hanging off one hinge. Lily. I'm running up the driveway. My boots hit black ice and I nearly go down. Catch myself on Beth's mailbox. That's the decorative kind shaped like a barn, red with white trim. Has their last name painted on it. Hutchins. Lily, it's Dad. Nothing. The house is lit up but quiet. Too quiet. I can hear my own breathing. I can hear the truck idling behind me. I can hear something else. That popping sound. Distant. Multiple sources. Coming from all over Little Falls. Pop, pop, pop. Pop. Like the whole town is wrapped in bubble wrap and someone's walking across it. The front door. I go through it. Lily. Beth. Beth's living room. Couch from Ashley Furniture. I helped her move it in 3 years ago. Threw my back out for a week. TV on. Some kids show. Bright colors. Nobody watching. Coffee table knocked over. Beth's phone on the floor. Screen cracked. Lily. My voice is too loud. Desperate. I sound like Jennifer did on the phone. Scared. Kitchen. Dishes in the sink. Beth's coffee mug. That's the one that says World's Best Aunt that Lily made her for Christmas 2 years ago. Knocked over on the counter. Coffee spilled. Still warm when I touch it. Happened recently. Hallway. 3 doors. Bathroom. Beth's bedroom. Guest room where Lily stays when she's here. Guest room door is closed. I grab the handle. Locked. Lily, baby, it's Dad. Open the door. Dad. Her voice. Small. Scared. But her voice. Dad, Aunt Beth is acting weird. Aunt Beth is acting weird. That's what 8-year-olds say when they don't have words for what they're seeing. When something's wrong but their brain can't process it. Honey, I need you to unlock the door. She tried to come in here. She was making noises. Like popping sounds. And her skin looked funny. The popping sounds. The woman in the street with the burst chest cavity. Beth breathed it in. The crystallized methane. Whatever the hell it does, Beth breathed it in, and now she's. Lily, listen to me very carefully. I need you to unlock this door, and we're going to leave right now. We're going to get in the truck and go, okay? Where's Aunt Beth? I don't know, baby. But we need to go. The lock clicks. The door opens. Lily's standing there in her jeans and her purple hoodie, the one with the sparkly butterfly on it that she begged Jennifer to buy at Target last month. Her face is red. She's been crying. She's holding her tablet. That's the Amazon Fire I got her for her birthday. She uses it to watch YouTube videos of people playing Minecraft. I grab her, lift her up. She's getting too big for this, but I don't care. Close your eyes and don't open them until I tell you. Dad, what's? Don't open them. I'm carrying her through the hallway. Back through the kitchen. I'm trying to move fast but not run. Running might make her open her eyes. She doesn't need to see whatever happened to Beth. She doesn't need that in her head. We're in the living room, almost to the front door. Beth comes around the corner from the dining room. She looks like the woman in the street. Gray skin, frost in her hair. But Beth just went to the ER an hour ago. This happened fast. Real fast. Her nurse scrubs. Beth works at the dental office on 2nd Avenue. Those purple scrubs with the cartoon teeth on them, they're torn. Her chest. I can see her chest. There's something wrong with her ribs. They're expanded, pushing out against her skin, like there's pressure inside. Beth. I don't know what else to say. This is Jennifer's sister. I've known her for 12 years. She taught Lily how to ride a bike. She sends me Christmas cards even though Jennifer and I are divorced. Beth, can you hear me? She's looking at me, but she's not seeing me. Same as the woman in the street. Her mouth opens. Pop. The sound comes from inside her chest. Her ribs expand another inch. Steam venting from her mouth. Not steam. Methane gas. I can smell it now. That rotten egg smell they add to natural gas, so you know when there's a leak. Mercaptan. The additive is called mercaptan. Beth takes a step toward us. Close your eyes, Lily. Keep them closed. I'm backing toward the door. Lily's face is pressed against my shoulder. She's shaking. Dad, what's wrong with Aunt Beth? She's sick, baby. She breathed in something bad. Beth takes another step. Another pop. Louder. Her chest cavity splits. The scrubs tear completely. I can see inside. I can see her ribs. Between the ribs, there's ice. Crystallized structures. Like the frost patterns you get on windows in winter, but inside her body. Growing. Spreading. Each pop is another crystal formation bursting, releasing gas, creating pressure. I'm at the front door. Back on the enclosed porch. Beth's following. Not fast. Just persistent. Mechanical. We're outside. I'm running for the truck now. Lily's crying into my shoulder. I get the passenger door open, put her in, slam it shut. Run around to the driver's side. Beth's on the porch now, standing in the doorway. The street light catches the ice crystals inside her chest. They're sparkling, like Jennifer's glitter. Pretty, if you don't think about what it means. I'm in the truck. Throw it in drive. Lily's buckled in. When did she buckle herself in? Good girl. Smart girl. Don't look, honey. Keep your eyes on me. But I'm looking. In the rearview mirror. Beth's standing on her porch, watching us drive away. Then another pop. Bigger this time. Her chest explodes outward. Gas and ice crystals and something else. Tissue. Beth's tissue. She falls. But she's getting back up. Even with her chest cavity open to -14-degree air, she's getting back up. Dad, where are we going? Good question. Where am I going? Home isn't safe. If the gas spread over Little Falls, home is in the contamination zone. Jennifer's at St. Gabriel's Hospital. The radio said Mercy Hospital was being evacuated. St. Gabriel's is the other hospital, 8 miles north in Piers. Maybe that's far enough. Maybe. My phone rings. Tommy Vance. Rick, where are you? I got Lily. We're in Little Falls. Tommy, what the hell is happening? I don't. His voice is shaking worse than before. I called regional. They said stay put and wait for hazmat teams. But Rick, I'm watching the security feeds and there's people outside Station 7, and they're not alive. They can't be alive. I watched one of them get hit by a car on County Road 12, and it got back up and... Tommy, listen to me. Do not go outside. Lock the doors. Stay away from the windows. What about you? I'm getting my daughter somewhere safe. Then I'm what? Going back. My job is pipeline safety. My job is preventing disasters like this. But this isn't a disaster anymore. This is something else. The radio crackles. Different voice. Authority. Male. Older. This is Sheriff Clayton Brennan for Morrison County. Emergency broadcast. All residents within 15 miles of Little Falls must shelter in place immediately. Do not attempt to evacuate. Roads are compromised. Emergency services are not available. Repeat, emergency services are not available. If you encounter individuals displaying signs of respiratory distress, gray skin coloration, or unusual behavior, do not approach. Do not attempt to help. These individuals are highly dangerous. Law enforcement is authorized to use lethal force. Repeat, lethal force is authorized. This is not a drill. Lethal force. Sheriff Brennan was at Lily's school career day last year. Talked about community service and helping people. Now he's authorizing lethal force. Lily's looking at me. Dad, what does that mean? It means we need to find somewhere safe. What about Mom? Jennifer. St. Gabriel's Hospital in Piers. 8 miles north. Outside the evacuation zone. Maybe. If the gas didn't spread that far. If the wind didn't carry the crystals. If. My phone again. Jennifer. Rick, are you with Lily? I got her. We're okay. Where are you? I'm still at St. Gabriel's. Rick, they're bringing people in from Little Falls and her voice drops. Professional mode. The tone she uses when she's dealing with something bad and doesn't want to panic. They're dying and coming back. I've watched 3 patients code and then reanimate. We don't understand it. Dr. Hausman thinks it's some kind of prion disease, but that doesn't explain the ice crystals in their lungs or the gas pockets or why they're. Get out of there. Get out now. I can't. We've got 40 patients in the ER alone. The hospital is locked down. We're trying to. A scream in the background. Not Jennifer. Someone else. Then that sound. Pop. But different through the phone. Distant. Jennifer? I have to go. Rick, keep Lily safe. I'll call you when. The line goes dead. St. Gabriel's Hospital. 8 miles north. 40 patients in the ER. People dying and coming back. Jennifer's there. Dad. Lily's voice is small. Is Mom okay? I don't know. I don't know anything except that my daughter is in this truck and my ex-wife is at a hospital that's dealing with the same thing Beth's dealing with. The same thing that woman in the street is dealing with. The same thing that's spreading across Morrison County because I worked for Minnesota Natural Gas for 23 years and never once thought about what would happen if methane crystallized in sub-zero temperatures and people breathed it in. Mom's tough, baby. She's going to be fine. I'm lying. I'm lying to my 8-year-old daughter because the truth is I have no idea if Jennifer's going to be fine. We're passing downtown Little Falls. Main Street. The hardware store, that's Anderson's Hardware, been there since 1947. The bakery. The library where Lily goes for story time on Saturdays. All the streetlights are on. I can see people in the streets. Walking. Stumbling. Some of them are moving normal. Running. Screaming. Others are moving like Beth. Like the woman on County Road 12. Mechanical. Wrong. Pop, pop, pop. The sound is everywhere now. A man runs out into Main Street. He's bleeding. His jacket is torn. He sees my truck, starts waving his arms. I slow down. Dad, what are you doing? The man gets closer. I can see his face now. Jeff Paulson. He works at the auto parts store. Sold me spark plugs for the truck 2 weeks ago. 43 years old. Wife works at the elementary school. 2 teenage sons. Jeff's banging on my window. Please. They're everywhere. I was trying to get to my car, and my wife, she's one of them now and I don't. Behind Jeff, more people. Moving like Beth. 10 of them. 15. Gray skin. Frost in their hair. Chest cavities expanded with ice crystal formations visible through torn clothing. Get in the back. I'm unlocking the extended cab. Now. Jeff yanks the back door open. Throws himself in. I'm accelerating before he gets it closed. The crowd, are they a crowd if they're not alive? They're reaching for the truck. Hands hitting the tailgate. One of them pops. Gas and tissue spraying. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Jeff's hyperventilating in the back seat. What is this? What the hell is this? Pipeline rupture. Methane crystallized. I don't know what I think. I fix pipelines. I monitor pressure. I don't know anything about what happens when people breathe in frozen methane and then walk around after their hearts stop. My phone. Tommy again. Rick, Station 6 just went dark. All feeds dead. Earl Peterson. His nephew Blake. Station 6. Earl screamed, and then the line went dead. Tommy, I need you to do something for me. What? I need you to access the regional pressure sensors. Tell me how far the gas spread. Rick, I don't think I should be. Tommy. My voice is too loud. Lily flinches. I lower it. I need to know if my ex-wife's hospital is in the contamination zone. Can you do that? Silence. Then, yeah, okay. Give me a minute. 1 minute. I'm driving north on Highway 10. Out of Little Falls. Heading toward Piers. Toward St. Gabriel's Hospital. Toward Jennifer. The radio's still going. Multiple voices now. Sheriff's Department. Fire Department. Highway Patrol. Highway 10 blocked at mile marker 47. Need backup at the high school, there's at least 50 of them. Confirming multiple officers down. Tommy's voice comes back. Rick, the pressure sensors show the main gas plume spread 14 miles from the rupture point. That includes all of Little Falls and Brainerd. But the wind patterns, he stops. Tommy, the wind is carrying crystal formations. I'm seeing reports of respiratory distress as far as Piers. St. Gabriel's Hospital is. Rick, it's in the contamination zone. Lily's looking at me. Jeff Paulson is breathing too hard in the back seat. Jennifer's at St. Gabriel's Hospital, in the contamination zone, where people are breathing in crystallized methane and dying and coming back. 15 miles ahead, I can see lights. Piers. Population 1,277. St. Gabriel's Hospital serves the whole northern part of Morrison County. Jennifer's there. And if Tommy's right, the crystals have already reached it. Highway 10 northbound. Mile marker 52. 3 miles from Piers. The headlights catch more of that crystal glitter in the air. Thicker here. Drifting down like snow, except it's not snow. It's methane frozen into lattice structures at -17 degrees. The temperature keeps dropping, and when it lands on the windshield it doesn't melt. Just sits there, sparkling. Jeff Paulson is still breathing too hard in the back seat. My wife, Denise. She works lunch duty at the elementary school. She was home when it started. I watched her chest split open, and she just kept coming at me and I ran. I left her there. I left my son's mother there. You did the right thing. I don't know if that's true. I don't know anything anymore except that Lily's next to me and Jennifer's at St. Gabriel's, and I'm driving toward the contamination zone instead of away from it. Dad. Lily's voice. If Mom's at the hospital, why don't we just go get her? Simple question. 8-year-old logic. Mom's there. Dad's here, go get Mom. She doesn't understand that the hospital might be full of people like Beth. People with gray skin and ice crystals growing in their chest cavities, and that popping sound that means someone's body is turning into a methane bomb. We will, baby. We just need to. My phone. Not Tommy this time. Unknown number. I answer anyway. This is Rick Tillman. Mr. Tillman, this is Deputy Angela Pierce with Morrison County Sheriff's Department. We're coordinating emergency response. Your employee Tommy Vance gave us your number. He said you're the senior pipeline technician for the rupture site. That's correct. We need information. What are we dealing with? The CDC is saying it's some kind of biological contamination, but the symptoms don't match any known pathogen. People are dying and then, she stops. Professional voice cracking. They're not staying dead. We need to know what was in that pipeline. What was in that pipeline? Methane. 12,000 cubic feet per minute. Compressed to 732 psi. Additives for odor detection, mercaptan, that rotten egg smell. Trace amounts of ethane, propane, butane from the Bakken fields. Nothing that should do this. Nothing that should crystallize in sub-zero temperatures and then explode inside human chest cavities and reanimate the dead. It's natural gas, primarily methane. But this shouldn't be possible. Methane doesn't behave like this. Well, it's behaving like this now, Mr. Tillman. We have reports of affected individuals across a 20-mile radius. The National Guard is being mobilized, but they're 6 hours out. Highway Patrol is setting up roadblocks, but we don't have enough personnel. St. Gabriel's Hospital just went dark. No communication for the last 15 minutes. We're assuming the worst. St. Gabriel's went dark. No communication. Jennifer's there. I'm 3 miles from Piers. I need to get to St. Gabriel's. Sir, that is not advisable. The area is. My ex-wife is there. She's a trauma nurse. She was on shift when the contamination hit. Silence on the line. Then, Mr. Tillman, I can't authorize civilians to enter the contamination zone. I'm not asking for authorization. I'm telling you I'm going in. Dad, Lily's looking at me. Are we going to get Mom? Deputy Pierce's voice again. If you're determined to go, I need you to understand what you're dealing with. The affected individuals are not responding to verbal commands. They're not responding to pain compliance. We've had 3 officers bitten and they died within minutes. Respiratory failure, then reanimation. Approximately 2 to 4 minutes post-mortem. Once reanimated, they display the same gray skin discoloration, ice crystal formations in the chest cavity, and explosive decompression events. Explosive decompression events. That's what she's calling it. When Beth's chest split open, When that woman on County Road 12 popped like a balloon full of gas. That's explosive decompression. How do you stop them? We don't know yet. Gunshots to the chest cavity seem to accelerate the decompression. Headshots appear effective, but we don't have enough data. Mr. Tillman, the sheriff is recommending extreme caution for anyone in contact with affected individuals. Do not let them bite you. Do not breathe the gas they're releasing. If you must engage, aim for the head. Aim for the head. Like a zombie movie. Like the horror movies Jennifer won't let Lily watch because she's too young. Except this is real. This is happening in Morrison County, Minnesota, population 33,000. This is happening because I work for a pipeline company that moves methane through 42-inch diameter pipes under residential neighborhoods and never once considered what would happen in a worst-case scenario at -17 degrees. Understood. Thank you, Deputy. I end the call. Jeff Paulson is leaning forward from the back seat. Did she just say aim for the head? She did. This is insane. This isn't. Things like this don't happen. Not here. Not in Minnesota. But it is happening. The crystal glitter is everywhere now. The popping sounds are getting louder. Closer together. More of them. I can see piers ahead. The lights are still on, but something's wrong. There's smoke. Buildings burning. The volunteer fire department must be overwhelmed. Or dead. Or worse. My phone again. Tommy. Rick, I'm looking at the Station 7 security feeds, and there's a lot of them. They're surrounding the building. I've been watching them, and they're not attacking each other. They're just walking. Looking for living people, I think. I locked all the doors, but I don't know how long. Tommy, is there a way to vent the remaining gas from the pipeline? Emergency shutdown protocol? Yeah, but Rick, that would release more methane into the atmosphere. With this cold front, it's just going to crystallize and spread the contamination further. What if we don't vent it? What if we burn it off at the rupture site? Silence. Then, you mean ignite it deliberately? Rick, the heat would be intense, but it might work. Burn the gas before it can crystallize. But someone would have to get to the rupture site. Someone would have to manually override the safety systems and redirect flow to the break point. Someone. Tommy means me. I'm the senior technician. I know the system. I know how to access the manual overrides at Station 6. If Station 6 is still accessible. If Earl Peterson and his nephew Blake aren't walking around with gray skin and ice crystals in their chests. How long would it take? To redirect flow and burn off the remaining gas? If you could get the systems running, maybe 40 minutes. But Rick, the rupture site is in the middle of the contamination zone. You'd be surrounded by those things. And even if you succeeded, you'd still have everyone who's already been exposed. Burning off the pipeline won't help them. It won't help them. It won't help Beth or the woman on County Road 12 or the people I'm seeing in piers as we drive through town. It won't help Jennifer if she's already breathed in the crystals. But it might stop more people from getting exposed. It might save whoever's left. Lily's watching me. She knows I'm deciding something. Kids always know. Dad, are you going to leave us? That's the question, isn't it? Do I take Lily and Jeff to somewhere safe, if anywhere safe, and then go back to the rupture site alone? Do I try to get to Jennifer first? Do I try to save the people who can still be saved, or do I save my own family? I can't do both. Not enough time. If I go to St. Gabriel's, more gas releases from the pipeline, and more people get exposed. If I go to the rupture site, Jennifer might die while I'm burning off methane. Might already be dead. Might be walking around that hospital with gray skin and explosive decompression events waiting to happen. I don't know yet, baby. Honest answer. Terrible answer. What kind of father tells his 8-year-old daughter he doesn't know if he's going to leave her? We're in Piers now. Main Street. The coffee shop. That's Mug Shots. Terrible name. Great coffee. The windows are broken. There's someone inside. Gray skin. Frost in their hair. They turn when my headlights hit them. Start moving toward the street. More of them. Coming out of buildings. Out of cars stopped in the middle of the road. Some of them are fresh. Recent reanimations. Others look like they've been through multiple decompression events. Chest cavities split open. Ribs exposed. Ice crystals visible even from 50 feet away. Jeff is making a sound in the back seat. Not quite crying. Something worse. The sound people make when their brain can't process what their eyes are showing them. St. Gabriel's Hospital is 6 blocks ahead. I can see the lights. Emergency room entrance. The parking lot is full. Ambulances. Police cruisers. personal vehicles. Everyone who could make it there went there, seeking help, finding something else. My phone. Jennifer. I answer it before the first ring finishes. Jen. Rick. Her voice is wrong, strained, whispering. Don't come here. Do you understand me? Do not come to the hospital. What's happening? We lost the ER. Too many patients reanimating. We tried to lock them in, but some of them still had enough motor function to open doors. We're in the surgical wing now, barricaded, maybe 30 staff and 12 patients. But Rick, some of the staff are showing symptoms. Gray skin, respiratory distress. It's spreading through the ventilation system. The crystals are in the air. 30 staff, 12 patients, 42 people. That's all that's left in St. Gabriel's Hospital. I'm coming in. No. Rick, listen to me. Lily needs you. If you come in here, you'll be exposed. You'll turn into one of them, and then Lily has no one. You need to get her somewhere safe. Somewhere safe. Where's safe? Little Falls is overrun. Brainerd is in the contamination zone. Piers is falling apart. The National Guard is 6 hours out. The CDC doesn't know what this is. Nobody knows how to stop it. Jen, I can burn off the pipeline. Stop the gas release. It won't save you, but it might. Then do it. Her voice is firm now. Nurse voice. The voice she uses when she's made a decision and nothing's changing it. Save whoever you can. Keep our daughter safe. Rick, I need you to promise me something. What? If I come out of this hospital and if I'm like them, you don't let Lily see me. You understand? You don't let her remember me like that. No. No, no, no. I'm not promising that. I'm not accepting that Jennifer's going to die and reanimate and become something that needs to be shot in the head. But Lily's looking at me. Jeff's crying in the back seat. The hospital is 6 blocks away, and the parking lot is full of gray-skinned people with ice crystals growing in their chests. I promise. I love you both. Tell Lily. Her voice breaks. Tell her mom loves her. Tell her I'm sorry I couldn't watch Frozen tonight. The line goes dead. Lily's voice. Small. Scared. Dad. I'm sitting in my truck in the middle of Piers, Minnesota. 6 blocks from a hospital where my ex-wife is trapped. 3 miles from a pipeline rupture that's still releasing gas. 23 years of pipeline safety experience, and none of it prepared me for this. I have to choose. Save Jennifer, probably die trying, and leave the gas flowing. Or save whoever's left by burning off the pipeline. Definitely leave Jennifer, and keep Lily safe. I can't do both. Dad, what did Mom say? I look at my daughter. Purple hoodie with the sparkly butterfly. Amazon Fire tablet clutched in her hands. 8 years old. 3rd grade. Loves Frozen. Thinks her dad can fix anything, because that's what dads do. Fix things. I can't fix this. But I can stop it from getting worse. We're going to Station 6. All of us. And then we're going to burn off the pipeline. Station 6 is 11 miles southeast of Piers. County Road 23. The same road Earl Peterson drives every day. Drove. Past tense maybe. I don't know. Jeff Paulson stopped crying about 3 miles back. Now he's just staring out the window at the crystal glitter falling through my headlight beams. Lily's holding my hand. Her palm is sweaty. She hasn't said anything since I told her we're going to burn off the pipeline. 8-year-olds don't understand what that means. She just knows we're not getting her mom. Tommy, you still there? I've got him on speakerphone. Been talking to him the whole drive. I'm here. Rick, I'm seeing something on the Station 6 feeds. They just came back online. There's movement in the compound. Earl, I don't know. The cameras are frozen over. Ice crystals on the lenses. But I can see shapes moving. We're 2 miles out. I can see the compound lights. Those same sodium vapor ones that make everything orange. Station 6 is smaller than Station 7. Just the monitoring building, 2 storage tanks, and the compressor housing. Chain link fence around the perimeter. Gate usually locked, but Earl never bothered much with security. Nothing out here but cornfields and the occasional deer. Tommy, walk me through the burn-off procedure. Okay. He's breathing fast, but he's holding it together. Good kid. You need to access the main control panel in the monitoring building. There's an emergency override, red switch behind the plexiglass panel. You break the glass, flip the switch, and it'll give you manual control of the flow valves. Then you redirect flow to the rupture point. That's segment J7. You'll need to open valves 14 through 19 in sequence. Once flow is redirected, you ignite at the rupture site. How do I ignite? There's emergency flares in the equipment locker. Standard railroad fusees. 15-minute burn time. You light one, throw it into the gas plume, and get clear. The methane will ignite and burn until the pipeline's empty. Should take 30 to 40 minutes. 30 to 40 minutes. That's how long Jennifer has. Maybe. If the ventilation system at St. Gabriel's doesn't spread more crystals. If the barricades hold. If she doesn't breathe in what's already in the air. I didn't promise her I'd save her. I promised her I'd keep Lily safe. I'm pulling up to Station 6 now. The gate is open. That's wrong. Earl always closes the gate. Company policy. Insurance liability. Earl follows the rules. Dad, what's that smell? Mercaptan. The rotten egg smell. It's strong here. The rupture is close. 11 miles northwest. The wind is carrying it. I stop the truck 50 feet from the monitoring building. The lights are on inside. I can see through the windows. Control panels. Monitors. No people. Lily, I need you to stay in the truck with Mr. Paulson. Lock the doors. Do not open them for anyone except me. You understand? What if you don't come back? Kids. They ask the questions adults are too scared to voice. I'm coming back. But if something happens, if you see people like Aunt Beth, you tell Mr. Paulson to drive to Duluth. That's 80 miles north. Outside the contamination zone. You go to the police station and you tell them your name and they'll find someone to take care of you. I want to stay with you. I know, baby. But I need you safe. Can you be brave for me? She nods. Her eyes are wet, but she's not crying. Brave girl. Jennifer's daughter. I grab my tool belt from behind the seat. That's the husky one from Home Depot. Got all my essential tools. Flashlight. Multi-tool. Voltage tester. Not much use against reanimated corpses, but it's what I have. Jeff's looking at me. You want me to come with you? No. You stay with Lily. If I'm not back in 15 minutes, you drive north. I'm out of the truck. The cold hits like a wall. -19 now, according to the dashboard. The crystal glitter is everywhere. Landing on my jacket. On my hard hat. Not melting. Each one is a perfect geometric structure. Hexagonal. Like snowflakes but wrong. The monitoring building door is unlocked. I push it open. The smell hits me first. Mercaptan mixed with something else. Copper. Blood. The lights are flickering. One of the monitors is cracked. There's frost on the windows from the inside. Earl. No answer. Just that sound. Pop, pop, pop. Coming from somewhere. The compressor housing maybe. I'm at the main control panel. The emergency override is right where Tommy said it would be. Red switch behind plexiglass. I use the butt of my flashlight to break the glass. It shatters. I flip the switch. The panel lights up. Manual control active. I'm pulling up the flow valve controls. Valves 14 through 19. I start opening them in sequence. 14, 15, 16. The pressure readings change. Gas redirecting. Flowing toward the rupture point. My phone. Tommy's voice is shaking. Rick, the Station 7 feeds just showed something. They're leaving. All of them. The reanimated ones. They're all moving southeast. Toward Station 6. Toward you. How many? I don't know, a lot. Maybe 50. Maybe more. 50. Moving toward me. Because of the gas. They're following the gas. It's in them. The crystals. The methane. It's drawing them. I'm opening the last valve. Number 19. Flow redirected. Now I need the flares. Equipment locker is in the back room. I'm moving fast. Through the monitoring room. Past Earl's desk. That's got pictures of his grandson, kids maybe 5, wearing a twins cap. Past the break room. The back room door is closed. I open it. Earl Peterson is standing in the middle of the room. Gray skin. Frost in his hair. His jacket is torn. His chest, I can see the ice crystals. Growing. Spreading. Each breath he's not taking anymore is another expansion. Another pop waiting to happen. His eyes are open, but he's not seeing me. Not really. Earl. It's Rick. Can you hear me? He turns toward my voice. Slow. Mechanical. His mouth opens. Gas venting out. That rotten egg smell. His chest pops. Small one. His ribs expand another inch. The equipment locker is behind him. I need those flares. Earl, I need to get past you. He takes a step forward. Not attacking. Just moving. Like he's forgotten how to stop. His nephew Blake is in the corner. Same gray skin. Same frost. But Blake's chest has already ruptured. fully open. I can see everything inside. The ice crystal formations are beautiful. Intricate structures growing between his ribs, like a frozen cathedral. I move left. Earl moves to follow. Not fast, but persistent. I could run past him. Probably. But if he grabs me, if he bites me, Deputy Pierce said 2 to 4 minutes from bite to death. Then reanimation. I'm sorry, Earl. I grab a wrench from my tool belt. 19-inch adjustable. Weighs maybe 2 pounds. Not much of a weapon, but it's what I have. Earl takes another step. His hands are reaching for me. Fingernails gray. Frost forming on his skin like he's been outside for hours instead of minutes. I swing. The wrench connects with his temple. Hard. The sound is wrong. Hollow. His head snaps to the side, but he doesn't fall. Doesn't even stumble. Just turns back toward me. Aim for the head, Deputy Pierce said. I swing again. Harder this time. Same spot. Earl's skull cracks. I can hear it. He falls. His chest pops one more time as he hits the ground. Gas venting. The ice crystals visible through the ruptured chest cavity shatter. Pieces of frozen tissue scatter across the floor. Blake moves. He's slower than Earl was. His chest is fully open, so there's no pressure building. No pops. Just the sound of his boots on the concrete floor. I'm at the equipment locker. I yank it open. The flares are right there. Red cylinders. Railroad. I grab 3 of them. One might not be enough. Tommy said 15-minute burn time, but I don't know how long it takes to ignite a methane plume in -19-degree weather. Blake's hands grab my shoulder. His grip is strong. Wrong strong. Like he doesn't feel pain anymore, so he doesn't know when to stop squeezing. I can feel his fingers digging in. I spin. The wrench is still in my hand. I bring it up into Blake's jaw. His head snaps back. Teeth scatter. He doesn't let go. His mouth is open. Gas venting out. I can see down his throat. See the ice crystals forming in his windpipe. I swing again. And again. The third hit caves in the side of his skull. He lets go. Falls. His chest doesn't pop because it's already open. Just stops moving. Earl's grandson won't have pictures of his grandpa anymore. Won't have Uncle Blake. Gray-skinned corpses. Shattered skulls. Ice crystals in chest cavities. 42-inch pipe. 732 psi. Residential areas. I approved those inspection schedules. I'm running now. Back through the monitoring room. Out the door. The crystal glitter is thicker. The wind is picking up. I can hear them before I see them. The popping sounds. Multiple sources. Getting closer. They're coming across the compound. 50 of them. More. Some I recognize. Linda from the Little Falls post office. Trevor who coaches Little League. The Henderson twins who are supposed to graduate high school this year. All of them gray-skinned. All of them with frost in their hair. All of them with ice crystals growing in their chests. The truck. Lily's face pressed against the window. Watching me. Jeff's in the driver's seat. Good. Smart. I'm running for the truck. 20 feet. 15. The crowd is moving faster now. Not running. They can't run. But they're moving with purpose. Following the gas. Following me because I smell like Earl's blood and Blake's tissue. 10 feet. Jeff's starting the engine. The truck is moving. He's pulling forward to meet me. 5 feet. Hands grabbing at my jacket. I'm yanking free. One of the flares falls. I still have 2. That's enough. That has to be enough. I'm at the truck. The door opens. I throw myself in. Hands grabbing my leg. One of them, it's Linda from the post office. She's got my boot. Her mouth is open. Teeth gray. About to bite. Jeff floors it. The truck lurches forward. Linda's grip breaks. I pull my leg in. Slam the door. Lily's screaming. Not words. Just screaming. It's okay, baby, it's okay, I'm here. I'm in the passenger seat. Jeff's driving. The crowd is behind us. 50 gray-skinned people with ice crystals in their chests, reaching for the truck as we pull away. Where? Jeff's voice is high. Panicked. Where am I going? The rupture site. Segment J7. 11 miles northwest. I've got 2 flares. I've redirected the gas flow. Now I just need to ignite it. Burn off the pipeline before more crystals form. Before more people breathe them in. Before Jennifer. No, don't think about Jennifer. Think about the job. 23 years of pipeline safety. This is what I do. Fix problems. Prevent disasters. Except I didn't prevent this one. This one happened on my watch. We're driving through contaminated territory now. Every breath outside the truck could be lethal. Every person we pass could be dead, or dying, or already reanimated. The radio is still broadcasting. Sheriff Brennan's voice. National Guard ETA now 4 hours. CDC has classified this as a level 4 biological hazard. FEMA is coordinating evacuation of surrounding counties. All residents are advised. I turn it off. Don't need to hear it. I know what's happening. Morrison County is dying. 8,000 people in Little Falls. 33,000 in the county. How many are already infected? How many are walking around with gray skin and ice crystals and explosive decompression waiting to happen? The rupture site is ahead. I can see the glow. Orange red. The methane is still venting. Still burning from the initial ignition. But it's not burning hot enough. Not consuming the gas fast enough. The crystals are forming in the plume. Drifting. Spreading. Stop here. We're a quarter mile from the rupture. Close enough to throw the flare. Far enough to not get caught in the ignition. Maybe. Jeff stops the truck. I'm getting out. The cold is worse here. -21. The gas smell is overwhelming. The crystals are everywhere. Each breath could be my last. Dad, no. Lily's trying to unbuckle. Don't go out there. Stay in the truck. Lock the doors. I'm running toward the rupture. The flares are in my hand. I strike the first one. It hisses to life. Red flame. Burning magnesium. 15 minutes of burn time, but I'm not waiting 15 minutes. The gas plume is massive. A 42-inch pipe at 732 psi, all of it venting into -21-degree air. The crystals are forming in real time. I can see them. Beautiful geometric structures catching the firelight. Each one is a potential infection, a potential death, a potential reanimation. I throw the flare into the plume. For a second, nothing happens. Then the world turns white. The methane ignites. All of it. Every cubic foot that's been venting for the last 3 hours. The explosion knocks me back. I'm on the ground. The heat is intense. Burning. The fireball is climbing into the sky. 100 feet. 200. Higher. I can hear Lily screaming in the truck. The pipeline is burning now. Really burning. Consuming the gas before it can crystallize. This is what I needed. This is what will stop the spread. But it won't save Jennifer. It won't bring back Earl or Blake or Linda or Trevor or the Henderson twins. It won't give Lily her mother back. I'm standing up. My jacket is singed. My face feels burned. But I'm alive. The rupture site is a column of flame now. Visible for miles. Everyone in Morrison County can see it. Station 7. Tommy watching the security feeds. He can see it. St. Gabriel's Hospital. Jennifer trapped in the surgical wing with 30 staff and 12 patients. She can see it. Lily in the truck with Jeff Paulson. She can see it. They're all watching me burn off 40 miles of pipeline. It's what I know. It's what I do. Station 7 monitoring. Pressure management. Flow control. Emergency response. Not this. Not choosing who dies. I chose this. I chose the pipeline over Jennifer. I chose saving strangers over saving my ex-wife. I chose duty over love. And Jennifer knew I would. That's why she told me to do it. That's why she said keep Lily safe. Because she knew I'd make the choice that saves the most people. Even if it destroys us. The flames are stabilizing now. Burning steady. 30 minutes until the pipeline's empty. 30 minutes until the gas is gone. 30 minutes that Jennifer doesn't have. I'm walking back to the truck. Lily's face is pressed against the window. Tears streaming down her face. She knows. Kids always know. I open the door. Sit down. Jeff's staring at the flames. What now, he asks. What now? Good question. The gas will burn off. The spread will stop. The National Guard will arrive. The CDC will quarantine Morrison County. FEMA will coordinate evacuation. The survivors, if there are survivors, will be relocated. And Lily will grow up without her mother. I made a choice. Burned the pipeline. Left Jennifer at St. Gabriel's. 23 years fixing gas lines. Can burn off 40 miles of methane in 30 minutes. Can't drive 6 blocks to a hospital. Now we wait, I say. Lily climbs into my lap. Buries her face in my chest. She smells like her strawberry shampoo in fear. Is Mom coming back? I promised Jennifer I'd keep Lily safe. I promised I wouldn't let Lily see her if she turned into one of them. I didn't promise Jennifer would survive. I don't know, baby. The flames burn on. The National Guard arrived 4 hours after I ignited the rupture. Black Hawks coming in low over the flames. They found us in the truck, me, Lily, Jeff Paulson, parked half a mile from the burn site. Hypothermia setting in. Lily wouldn't stop shaking. They airlifted us to a field hospital in Brainerd. Decontamination protocol. Blood tests. Lung scans. We were clean. Lucky. We'd been in the truck with the windows up during the worst of the crystal spread. I asked about Jennifer. The medic, kid couldn't have been more than 22. He checked a tablet and told me St. Gabriel's Hospital had been overrun 6 hours prior. No survivors confirmed. Communications lost. I knew then, but I kept asking anyway. They separated us on day 2. Lily to her grandparents in Duluth. Jeff to his sons. Me to the quarantine perimeter because I had pipeline expertise they needed. Because I knew the system. Because I made myself useful, so I wouldn't have to think about what I'd done. 47 days since the rupture. National Guard set up a quarantine perimeter around Morrison County on day 2. CDC finished their investigation on day 12. FEMA finished evacuation processing on day 31. I'm still here. Lily's in Duluth with Jennifer's parents. Safe. Outside the contamination zone. She asks about her mom every time I call. 3 times a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Same schedule we had for custody visits before the rupture. I tell her the same thing every time. We're still looking. That's what they call it. Looking. Like Jennifer wandered off, and we just need to find her. Like she's not one of the 4,347 confirmed reanimated in Morrison County. Like I didn't watch St. Gabriel's Hospital burn on day 3 when the National Guard realized they couldn't contain what was inside. They used flamethrowers. Military grade. I watched from the quarantine checkpoint on Highway 10. The building burned for 6 hours. 30 staff. 12 patients. All of them inside when it started. Jennifer was inside. They haven't found her remains. Dental records inconclusive due to fire damage. DNA testing ongoing. Estimated completion, 6 to 8 months. I don't need DNA testing. I know Jennifer's dead. I knew it when I threw that flare into the rupture site. I knew it when I chose to burn off the pipeline instead of driving those 6 blocks to St. Gabriel's. I made the choice. I live with it. Lily doesn't understand. She's 9 now, had her birthday 2 weeks ago. Jennifer's parents threw her a party. I wasn't invited, and she keeps asking when Mom's coming home. When can she go back to Little Falls? When can she see Aunt Beth? I don't tell her Aunt Beth's remains were identified on day 8. Gray skin. Ice crystals still present in the chest cavity even after death. The crystals don't melt. That's what the CDC report said. Methane hydrate formation stable at temperatures up to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Below that, they persist indefinitely. Beth's body is in a research facility in Atlanta. Specimen 0847. Contributing to our understanding of methane-induced reanimation syndrome. That's what they're calling it. Syndrome. Like it's a disease you catch instead of what it really is. My fault. 23 years of pipeline safety, and I never once questioned whether 732 psi was too much pressure for 42-inch pipe in residential areas. Never once thought about what happens when methane crystallizes at -20 degrees. Never once considered worst-case scenarios. Minnesota Natural Gas settled with the families. Undisclosed amounts. Non-disclosure agreements required. The company declared bankruptcy on day 26. Assets liquidated. Pipeline infrastructure seized by federal government. I got a settlement too. Enough money that I'll never have to work again. Enough money that doesn't matter because Lily won't look at me the same way anymore. She knows I left her mother. She doesn't say it, but she knows. Tommy Vance survived. He was at Station 7 when the National Guard arrived. Uncontaminated. Lucky. He works for the Federal Pipeline Safety Board now. Consulting on new protocols. Maximum pressure limits in cold weather zones. Mandatory temperature monitoring. Emergency crystallization detection systems. All of it 2 months too late for Morrison County. Jeff Paulson survived too. His wife Denise was confirmed dead on day 5. His sons were at a hockey tournament in Duluth when the rupture happened. They survived. Jeff doesn't talk to me anymore. Doesn't return my calls. I don't blame him. I'm still working. Not for Minnesota Natural Gas. They don't exist anymore. For the cleanup contractor. Recovering pipeline sections for the federal investigation. Mapping contamination spread patterns. Identifying rupture cause. We found it on day 39. Segment J, 7, 40 feet from the rupture point. Corrosion damage. External coating failure. Moisture infiltration. Metal fatigue. The pipe was inspected on October 19th. Visual inspection only. Signed off as acceptable. I signed off on that inspection schedule. I approved visual only instead of pressure testing because pressure testing costs money and takes time, and the company wanted to minimize downtime during heating season. I made that choice too. The rupture site is still burning. Controlled burn now. Federal engineers decided it's safer to keep burning the remaining gas than to try capping the line. Estimated burn time, 18 months. They're calling it the Morrison Flame. Visible from 20 miles away on clear nights. Lily can see it from Duluth when she visits her grandparents' cabin. 90 miles away. She told me on the phone last Tuesday. Said it looks pretty, like a campfire. I didn't tell her it's burning on top of 4,347 dead people. Didn't tell her it's burning because her father chose a pipeline over her mother. I drive past Beth's house sometimes. Yellow one on Maple Street. 3 blocks from Riverside Elementary. The school's closed now. Contaminated. Same as the hospital. Same as the hardware store and the bakery and the coffee shop and every other building in Little Falls. The whole town is a quarantine zone. 17,000 acres. Population 0. They're not planning demolition yet. The CDC wants to study long-term contamination effects. How long the crystals persist. Whether they break down naturally. Whether the ground itself is contaminated. They're talking 50-year quarantine. Maybe longer. Lily will be 59 years old before she can visit her hometown. Before she can see her elementary school or her mother's favorite restaurant or the library where we did story time on Saturdays. If she even wants to visit by then. If she even remembers what Morrison County looked like before it died. I live in a FEMA trailer outside the quarantine perimeter. Highway 10, mile marker 58. Same highway I drove that night. Same highway where I saw that woman in the street with gray skin and frost in her hair. I know what she looked like now. I've seen enough of them. The National Guard cleared 3,891 reanimated individuals in the first 2 weeks. Headshots. Incineration. Mass graves outside the perimeter. The remaining 456 are still inside the quarantine zone. Moving. Walking. Following the gas that's still in their bodies. The CDC is tracking them. Studying movement patterns. Trying to understand if they're still human in any meaningful way. They're not. I know they're not. I killed Earl Peterson and Blake. I caved in their skulls with a 19-inch wrench. There was nothing human left. But Jennifer's one of the 456 unaccounted. One of the ones they haven't found. Haven't confirmed dead. Haven't put in a mass grave outside the perimeter. She's walking around Morrison County somewhere. Gray skin. Frost in her hair. Ice crystals growing in her chest cavity. Popping. Releasing gas that will never run out because the crystals reform faster than they decompress. She's walking around, and I'm the one who left her there. I promised her I wouldn't let Lily see her like that. I kept that promise. Lily's in Duluth with her grandparents, and I'm here, 90 miles away, living in a FEMA trailer and working cleanup on a disaster I caused. Some nights I think about driving into the quarantine zone, finding Jennifer, putting her down like I put down Earl, like the National Guard put down 3,891 others. But I don't, because I'm a coward, because I'd rather let her walk around as a reanimated corpse than face what she's become. Lily asked me yesterday if I thought Mom was in heaven. I didn't know what to say. Jennifer wasn't religious. We never talked about heaven or hell or anything after death. I told Lily I didn't know. That's the truth. I don't know where Jennifer is. Don't know if whatever made her Jennifer still exists somewhere in that gray-skinned body walking around Morrison County. Don't know if she's suffering. Don't know if she remembers us. Don't know if she blames me. The CDC report estimates full containment by month 18. After that they'll begin demolition. Raze everything. Burn what can be burned. Bury what can't. Cover it with concrete and post warning signs and declare Morrison County a federal exclusion zone. In 18 months, my ex-wife will be buried under concrete in a town that no longer exists. And I'll still be here, answering Lily's calls 3 times a week, telling her we're still looking, lying to my daughter because the truth is worse. The truth is I killed her mother. Not directly, not with my hands, but I made the choices that put Jennifer in that hospital. I made the choices that left her there. I made the choice to burn off the pipeline instead of driving 6 blocks. I made all the right choices, and Lily will never forgive me. I don't blame her. I don't forgive me either. The Morrison flame burns on. 18 months until containment. 50 years until the quarantine lifts. 3 times a week, I tell my daughter we're still looking. We're not looking. We stopped looking on day 12 when the CDC classified the situation as unrecoverable. Jennifer's gone. Lily knows it. I know it. We just don't say it. Because saying it makes it real. Makes it permanent. Makes it my fault. And I can't live with that. But I do. Every day I do.